It's time for Don't Come Here, Stories of the Treasure Coast, where we talk about beautiful beaches, stunning sunrises, and unforgettable experiences. So, if you don't like that sort of thing, definitely don't come here. Now, here's your host, Joshua Flores.
Thank you so much, and welcome to Don't Come Here, Stories of the Treasure Coast. Today we're going to be talking about just how picture perfect the Treasure Coast really is. We have some of the most beautiful scenery in all of Florida in our three-county area here, and my guests today are going to be some people that know all about just how beautiful the Treasure Coast really can be. My first guest is, she lives in the Treasure Coast and enjoys traveling, capturing photos of hikes, shots on the beach, wildlife, nature, just anything that's beautiful in our Treasure Coast, whether it be sunsets, animals, the beach, anything. Please welcome my first guest, Beverly Rayom. Rayom, got it. All right, cool. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I had the distinct pleasure of being able to go through some of your social media pages and look through some of your photography that you have. You've sent in some photos for us so that way we can kind of show our guests and our audience just all of the amazing shots that you've taken. And it's really cool that you get the ability to kind of make a living from capturing the scenic environment that we have here in the Treasure Coast.
Yeah, and just living in this paradise. It's paradise, what I call.
Absolutely.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's an ideal job. It's so cool that you get to go out and you just get up in the morning and you grab your camera and you go out and you start taking photos, and
that's it.
That's it. And any of your shots are available for sale.
Yes.
I saw you do have your shots available for sale.
Yes.
If anybody wants to go ahead and, get one of your pictures blown up or anything, we can.
I don't have prices on there because I'm always giving my pictures away. So there's something that you like and want, just ask, and I'm more than happy to send it.
That's right.
I don't really make too much of a living off of it because I just can't sell.
Right,
I'm not a seller. I don't know. I'm more of a giver, so I like giving my pictures away when somebody says, how much for this? And I'm like, well, where do you want it sent? It can be blown up. I had one of my pictures on a billboard down by West Palm Beach for Visit St. Lucie.
Oh,
that
that's
was
awesome.
Really awesome.
That's
yeah.
got to be a huge honor.
It really was. I couldn't believe it. It's like, wow. That was like so huge. I couldn't believe my picture could even get that big, first of all.
Right.
But on a billboard, it's like, whoa. Yeah, and I was featured on their magazine a couple of times on the cover, and of course on the inside, I have a few pictures. Mm-hmm. My friend Etta Cox, that should have been sitting here, poor thing. She broke her ankle and her nose in a fall the other night. She's another incredible, talented photographer here on the Treasure Coast, and she's the jitty girl.
Yeah. Etta was actually, I noticed, Indian River County Photographer Spotlight Series featured her.
Yes.
And some of her work is really incredible as well.
Yes.
Etta Cox, you can look her up on
Mama
any
Pink.
of your social, Mama Pink, on any of your social media outlets. She is there as well. And then my next guest with us here today is a local social media influencer. She is incredibly popular on Instagram with well over 6,000 followers or something like that. She's incredibly popular. She loves going out to all of the hidden gem spots in the Treasure Coast, checking out different coffee shops, checking out different areas, and just sharing her everyday life with, her husband, and their two beautiful fur babies. Yes. Their dogs are beautiful. Please welcome Taylor Ham.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm from the Treasure Coast, and I grew up here, and I started a blog about 5 years ago. Because I was super into fashion. And then as it started to grow, I was like, this isn't really my niche. What can I focus on?
Right.
And I realized through the blogger community that there's so many awesome travel bloggers and fashion bloggers and home bloggers. And I was like, I feel so privileged to live here in the Treasure Coast. I want to share more about our local businesses. I'm super passionate about supporting local. So just sharing local coffee shops, like you said, our beautiful beaches, parks, everything like that. So people like it.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I hadn't, from my circles and stuff like that, I hadn't seen your page before, but when I found out you were coming onto the show, I went ahead and I went onto your Instagram page and looked through, and just going through and seeing some of the adventures that you've had and some of the fashion and some of the stuff that you put on your Instagram page, like, it really is cool, all of the things that you really showcase about the Treasure Coast and about all of the amazing things that we have here to experience.
I saw her page for the first time today. It's beautiful.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
She said she's not a photographer. She's
Right.
a liar.
I am not.
Those pictures you have are beautiful. Come on now.
Thank you. My
You're
husband
welcome.
definitely helps a lot. I'll kind of like set up my phone and be like, take it just like this, and then he'll like come by and click it. So he definitely helps a lot. I'm not a photographer like Beverly, but
Right.
like an iPhone photographer.
Hey,
But
well, that's
great,
the thing with
beautiful.
the new technology on smartphones and stuff like that. Like, you can really do amazing things. I mean, I'm an Android person myself,
Me
so don't,
too.
you know, but the S21, the camera on there, like, you go into the manual mode and you start to look at the stuff, and that's way above my head. But you can really go in on iPhones or any of the phones, you can really take some really professional quality shots.
Yes,
And
indeed.
you really don't even need that, really, honestly, though, when it comes to the Treasure Coast, because if you go out to the beach, or if you go into the wildlife, or on our last episode, we had somebody here from the St. Lucie County Preserves. Like, any of those areas that are out in nature and stuff like that, you can really just take any kind of picture, and it's just gorgeous, because that's just where we live.
Yes,
Right.
I love George Lestrange Park. I stopped there actually for breakfast this morning. I
Yeah.
got here a little early. I stopped at Hardee's. I love Hardee's down in Fort Pierce there. I don't like the construction, but it's worth going to.
Right.
But yeah, I figured I'm going to be so early. Where can I stop? And I'm thinking, I know where. George Lestrange. It's one of my favorite places for the sunset pictures. I have a lot of them from there.
Yeah.
And I got there early one morning for sunrise, and that was incredible also. It was a foggy morning, so it's just really cool looking pictures.
That's amazing. Yeah, and some of the sunrises that we have here, you know, especially just over the ocean, you know, being on the east coast of Florida, as the sun is coming up in the morning, just the colors and the vivid view, just it's a surreal, really experience to be able to, you know, just be in it, and you're just totally enveloped in the ambiance of Florida.
If you want real ambiance, you go on Salty's water sports.
Yeah?
I went on his dolphin excursion. It was on a pontoon.
I saw some of your
you-
dolphin photos,
Yes,
like that
was
on
it?
your
Oh
yes,
my
like it
gosh.
looks so awesome.
It was so awesome. They were right there at the edge of the boat, and the captain knew exactly where to go. And it was maiden season by chance. Oh, it was so cool. There was like 5 or 6 dolphins there swimming right at the boat.
Right.
Yeah, it was really so cool. They jump in. I got a lot of pictures. Wasn't able to get one jumping, but I did get them
Right,
coming
right,
up out
right.
of the water a little. And yeah, it was at sunset also, so I got sunset in the back with the dolphins going on. It was really cool, and he was awesome. The tour guide captain was just great.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That,
he
I can
kept
only
us out
imagine.
there even extra long because the dolphins were still playing.
Right.
So he kept us out there till the very last minute.
That's fantastic. Now, speaking of some of your favorite places to shoot and stuff like that, Taylor, like, what are some of your favorite hidden gems, like places that you've been that, like, wow, people really don't know about the Treasure Coast, that you've had the pleasure of being able to shoot and hang out at?
yeah, there are so many, and I was listening to a few other podcast episodes and just listening to everyone sharing their favorite local gems. I'm like, oh, I haven't been there. Like, I want to deep fry frog legs.
Right.
Like, that's so cool. For me personally, I'm close to the Jensen and Stewart area, and the Treasure Coast. So we are big fans of coffee shops.
Right.
We love, is it Morning Magnolia?
Yes.
Yes. It's such a cute little coffee truck.
Yes.
There's Ital bowls. A lot of my following kind of knows that I'm obsessed with acai bowls, and the owner of Ital bowls is from Hawaii. So it's like real acai, so we're big fans of that. And just like tons of coffee shops, like there's Gilbert's right on the water in the marina. Some of my favorites. We also love going to Indian Riverside Park. That's where I take a lot of my pictures.
Indian Riverside Park is such a gorgeous little area. I mean, between the fountains there where the water's just shooting up and the kids go out and play.
That's so much fun to watch.
It's
I love
so
watching
great,
that.
isn't it? Yeah,
It makes me feel like a kid again.
Yes.
And then you have so many people that love to have their weddings even on the love to have their weddings even there on the park and in some of the gazebos and on the dock there and stuff like that. It's such a scenic, beautiful area. And like my fiance and I and my daughter and stuff like that have gone out and we've gone into the sandbars and gone out into the water and played stuff like it's such a beautiful area out there in the park.
Yeah, we're big fans of Indian Riverside Park. You have the water, and then like you said, there's also like a children's museum by the fountains and everything. We love that. We also, over quarantine, started getting into surfing.
Okay.
And we have become big fans of that, so we love going out there. And just the other day, we were out there, and it was kind of flat, and we saw dolphins, and we're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like, the Treasure Coast really
Call
is
me
the
next
best.
time. I'll get pictures.
Right.
For you.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
So
Pictures.
definitely our beaches. There are so many awesome beaches around here.
Without a doubt.
Like you've got Bathtub Beach and you can go snorkeling. We were talking about going on vacation and we were like, well, whatever we would want to do on vacation, we can do here. So let's do a staycation.
Yes.
So
Staycations are one of the greatest things about being in the Treasure Coast because really, like, if you're in the Jensen Stewart area, like you go up to Indian River County and you're away, but you're still here. So like if you need anything, you can run home real quick but you know, really we have just about anything that you could want aside from like the big crazy major theme parks and stuff like that. But like if you want the relaxing,
I think we're gonna be getting one of those soon, right?
I heard some things about the wave park.
Yes.
Yeah, they're talking about that out in Tradition.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I hope so.
But I mean, we even do have like, you know, the water park out in Stewart, Sailfish Splash is out there. Cute water park, great for the kids, stuff
And
like
I heard
that.
they do sometimes at night. They have
Movie night.
Jaws.
Yes, in
Well,
the
we were
Olympic-sized
in the
swimming
water.
pool.
That's what I want to
Yes.
go. One of the
That,
night ones to
and
see Jaws.
they do dog days.
Do they? Oh, I didn't know
Yes.
that.
Where
My
you
dog's
bring
Really?
your
scared of
dogs and they
water.
can like run around in the water.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sure they
so
deep
awesome.
clean it
Really
after.
cool.
But
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sure, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good
So I
to
mean,
know.
anybody that's here listening or any of our audience right now, like if you take a trip down here to the Treasure Coast, there really is so many different things that you can experience here. And for any of our avid photographers or any of even our amateur photographers that are watching or listening along, like you can really come down here and get some of the most incredible scenic shots you've ever experienced. And, you know, take them back home and show them off to all your friends and like just become the, you know, the envy of all your friends. But like this is really a great area to come down and visit. And
Don't miss Tours on Horseback.
no, yes.
That's only like a $40 for an hour of riding horses on the beach.
Right.
That's incredible. I got tons of pictures of them.
I
out
was
there.
just going to say,
It's
I'm
beautiful.
sure you did, like
Yes.
doing that. Like
I had
that.
a drone at one time, and I was out there taking drone videos of them. Scared me. The birds started chasing my drone, and I was already real nervous about flying it. So
Right.
that didn't last very long.
Yeah, I can only imagine. But still, some of the shots that you've had to have gotten here in the Treasure Coast, like some of the things that you guys get to experience, just, you know, being able to just go and travel and take pictures and just experience life.
There's nothing like it.
Right.
When I'm out there taking my pictures, I don't hear, I don't feel, I don't see. I just breathe, and it just takes me to another world when I'm out there taking my pictures. I'm just in another world. I don't feel anything except for peace, and it's just so hard to explain. And then when I'm walking on the beach, I know a couple of times I was like, oh, please, God, let me see a turtle, please. And not just down the way, just a little bit. One time I saw a big, huge mama. She was just headed back in after laying her eggs. That was awesome. I got a picture of her, of course.
Of
And
course.
then another time, a baby. I was like, I've never seen a baby turtle. I want to see a baby turtle. And right in
And
front
there
of me,
comes that
here comes
little-
a baby turtle. I was like, thank you. And it was only one. So that made it even more special because it's rare that only one comes out at a time.
Yeah.
Or you just see one. It must have been a straggler or a loss. But yeah, and I saved a turtle once. I know we're not supposed to touch him, but he was on his back and I was watching him for a little bit and he was not able. So I
Right.
just got a stick and I turned him over and I watched him and he finally made it.
Yes.
I was like, go turtle, go turtle.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah. So
Such
I
a-
saved a little turtle.
Such amazing experiences you can have just
It
here
is,
in
it
our
is.
own backyard.
Watching
You
the
know
birds.
what I mean? Yeah.
the pelican. I was just watching a video. I almost sent it to down at Fort Pierce Market. You know, on Saturday mornings, you can feed the fish and the pelicans down there. There's like 20 fish around this one pelican. And he's just like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? He's spinning all around the water there, just going, which one do I get? And I think they're too big for him, but I'm not sure. He was trying.
Oh, yeah, he's going to do his best.
That's another wonderful thing is the Fort Pierce Market on Saturday mornings. Beautiful, great food. Go for breakfast, go hungry. There's a great little breakfast spot right there, and it's not really expensive. It's very good.
Yeah, they do a similar thing in Stewart.
Yeah,
and the downtown Stewart, the Stewart
Sunday.
Farmers Market on Sundays. Yeah. And so, I mean,
and
like...
they're both on the water. The one
Yeah.
in Stewart is on the water. They have the band that plays right there on the bandshell, and there's plenty of seating. You got that nice, what is it, Dolphin Bar, right? The Dolphins? No, not the Dolphin Bar.
Oh, no, you
Boathouse.
have the boathouse.
The
You have the boathouse. You have Mulligan's down there. You have plenty of different restaurants. You have Gilbert's. You have
We like to go
all
to
of
the
the
boathouse and sit outside while the
Yeah.
band is playing, if you're lucky enough to
get a seat out there, yes.
Yeah. But there's always usually room inside. We were able to be seated right away inside.
Yeah.
Which
And the
is
food
nice.
there is fantastic. It's
Oh
a
my
great
gosh.
restaurant.
I had the crab stuffed shrimp. They bring me out 4. I'm like, are you kidding me? But I couldn't even eat them all.
Right. Yeah.
They were so big, and it was just the best thing I think on their menu was that crab stuffed shrimp. I love seafood.
Boathouse is
and
really
we're lucky.
good.
We're not
Yeah.
as lucky as the pelicans. They get the fresh seafood every day, but we're pretty darn close.
Right. Now, what really got you, Taylor? What really got you to start? I mean, I know you said that you were doing the fashion blog, and that didn't really feel like. But what really got you started? Like, I want to be an influencer. I want to do this. What get you into that thought process and want to do that?
Sure. So I personally wouldn't even consider myself an influencer. I really just wanted to do it as a creative outlet. And then as I started posting more, I started seeing the community. And there is actually a good community of bloggers in the Treasure Coast. And I started connecting with them. And I was like, this is so fun. So just making friends. It's kind of hard to make friends when you're in your 20s and you have like an adult job.
Try your 50s.
Right? So it's like,
You have an adult job, right?
I'm not in school anymore, but yeah, so just kind of finding that, and then I started falling in love with just sharing things that are local, and then from there I started building a little bit of a following and working with brands and stuff like that. So I do enjoy it, but it's more of a creative outlet for me, and like Beverly was saying, when she's taking pictures, it's relaxing for her. I love also taking pictures, making reels, keeping up with Instagram.
Right.
It's like a hobby for me.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And the fact that you guys get to have such an amazing, fun hobby that you do, and, you know, it's really a passion, and you guys get to experience that right here at home. You don't really have to travel away and stuff like that. Like, for myself, as an announcer, I get to do this here, and I get to work for the Mets, but as an announcer, like, I'm traveling to Miami, I'm traveling all over the state, I'm traveling to Puerto Rico. I don't get to do as much of my stuff here locally, so I try to do any of my relaxing and downtime here locally because I have to travel so much. So I get to really experience it when I'm on my little bit of downtime that I have, but you guys really get to experience everything that we have to offer on a daily basis and really get to totally just be all about the Treasure Coast.
And where we're lucky is we have Facebook that tells us what's going on. Yeah, I just always go to Facebook and see what's going on, follow Visit St. Lucie, and they always have something on there to do.
Yeah, visit St. Lucie, visit Martin,
almost
Indian
everything's
River
free.
County.
And another thing is the beaches are free. You don't have to pay for parking.
Yes,
Right.
that's a big plus.
That is a big plus,
Right.
definitely. So I went down to Clearwater Beach. It was just terrible. There was nowhere to park. I had to park at this one place, garage, for 2 hours, and it was like $30. I said, I'm not coming back here.
Yeah,
It's
no, I mean,
just
there's
I grew up over there, too.
there's so much beach in the Treasure Coast area, and you know, yeah, like you said, free parking.
Free parking.
If you don't want to park in like the main part of, like, say, even the Jensen Beach, you go
There's
to the
so
left,
many.
you go right down, there's another
Yeah.
entrance in where
There's
you're
so
just
many
off their side,
entrances.
and there's so many places that you can get in. Jensen,
And
Stewart,
so
Bathtub
many
Beach, like,
that you're by yourself. I mean, it's you feel like you're alone on the beach. You can walk for a mile or so and not see anybody.
Yeah.
And even with the tourists here, I mean, there's so many different beaches you can go to, and We do have the nudist beach also.
I mean, hey, if that's something that you have a flair for, you want to have that free naturalist.
It's called Blind Pass Beach.
Blind Pass Beach,
Pass
right?
Beach.
Yeah, if you want to have that natural experience, there is that as well. I'm sure photography's not so much encouraged there, but like it's something that you can experience here in the Treasure Coast. It's something really cool that you can do that.
And not get in trouble for.
Right. But even the other beaches, like you spoke about Bathtub Beach,
Yes.
the Bathtub Reef Beach is so scenic, and being able to go out there and check out the coral and check out the reef and everything, and it's cool how calm the water is there, and there's just things here that you can't experience anywhere else.
It is.
Yeah.
I love seeing in those beaches, and even like the House of Refuge beach
Oh,
with
that's
all of
incredible.
the rocks.
Yes.
I'll go out sometimes to watch the sunrise, and I'll see people that are visiting the Treasure Coast sometimes for the first time, and they're standing out there like taking pictures, like, wow, like this is amazing. Like our beaches really are the best in my opinion.
I always offer to take pictures when I see people out
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
I get their email addresses and everything. I'll send them to them or use their camera. But I love taking pictures. And
Yeah.
I saw this one lady just sitting on the beach one day. She looked so pretty while I was walking up. The sun was hitting her just right on her hair. I just started snapping pictures, and she actually loved it. I said, "Do you mind?" She's like, "No." And I sent them all to her, and she was just so
Thrilled.
happy to have them.
I'm sure.
I mean, it's just when you walk on that beach, you just
Everything
incredible.
goes away.
Everything goes away.
Everything goes away.
It's the
It's
truth.
just about the peace of being
that's
there
what
in
it
the
is.
moment,
and hearing that ocean, the sound of the waves, the feel of the sand.
yeah.
It's like I'm
And
already
this is our
there.
home. This is where
Yeah,
we get to
this is-
experience. So that's kind of like the whole point of this podcast, is to let any of our audience and let any of our listeners that are out of the area know just all of the stuff that there is to experience here in the Treasure Coast. So that way, if you want to plan your next vacation, come down here. Really experience everything it is that we have to offer. I know that the show is called Don't Come Here, but it's kind of a play on words. We really do want you to come here.
Yes, we do.
We really do want you to experience everything that we have to offer, whether it be the scenic beaches and the sunrises and the coffee shops and the local businesses and the local food and the local shops and clothing and jewelry. There's so much here to experience that you really can't experience anywhere else. And you guys do such an amazing job of showcasing that and putting it out there to the world for people to see, so they really can experience what it is that we have to offer.
It's the pictures do not do justice.
No.
They never will.
Right.
They won't.
Right.
It's just to be here and to breathe the air. And there's some places like in Indian River, I forget the name of the restaurant, right there on the beach. It is a nice place for breakfast. They're only open for breakfast and lunch. It's I'm sorry, but I
Captain's
can't
Galley?
remember the name. I'm sorry, what?
Captain's Galley.
No, I don't know. It's in Fort Pierce. I'm not really sure of the name. It's a little bit north of Mulligan's on the
Okay.
beach. I believe it's a family owned.
Jan's.
No,
No.
Jan's is south. Jan's is
Jan's is
downtown
great.
Jensen. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I heard of Jan's too. I haven't been there yet.
It's really good.
Really
what I
good.
heard.
Yeah.
Breakfast
That's good.
breakfast is really good
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
And I like Santos Pizza. Have you had there?
I
Oh my
have,
gosh.
yes.
He's got the best pizzas ever.
Yeah.
I swear. I used to live far away, and I drive just go get his pizza.
Yeah.
Half hour at least. Yeah, they were good. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. He sells like $6.99 pizzas.
Yeah.
And they're really good.
I mean, for any of the foodies out there, like the Treasure Coast really is a great area. Like you mentioned, like getting the frog legs. That was really cool. Like that was an awesome experience. That was something that was a place I had never heard of. But getting to go out there and try the frog legs and get to cook them myself and but really the experiences that this has opened up for me and being able to try new cuisine, like there's just you really can't say enough about how much we have to offer here.
Yeah, we have the
I agree.
Fellsmere Frog Leg
Festival
is coming
Yep.
up real soon.
Yep, that's what it was. We were talking about that, and I got to go out there and prep the frog legs. Thankfully, they were already ready to go, so I just had to batter them and fry them. I didn't have to do any of the actual
That's why I quit high
hard
school.
part,
I didn't
right.
want to have to dissect.
I didn't have to do any of the hard part myself, so that was nice. But no, thank you once again so much for being here with us. Beverly, if you'd like to go ahead and speak to our audience here a little bit, let them know any of your social media pages, let them know website, let them know anything that you've got coming up in the future, any like showcases or anything that you're doing. Please let our audience know anything that you got coming up.
All right. Well, as I said earlier, I don't like charging people for anything, but if you're in the area and you need a photographer, just look me up. I'll be real cheap, reasonable, if I charge anything at all. Anybody on a budget or don't have money, I always will take your picture for no charge and give you all the pictures. At Beverly Riom Photography on Instagram and Facebook. It's Reaume, Riom. Thank you. I had so much fun here.
It's been such a pleasure having you. Thank you so much.
I was a little nervous, and as you can tell, I still am. But
no, everything was. You came out of your shell really nicely, and I'm sure everybody's enjoyed you.
I hope so.
And Taylor, go ahead and let everybody know about your Instagram. Let everybody know about any of your websites, anything that you've got going on.
Sure. Yeah. If you're planning a trip to the Treasure Coast, feel free to give me a follow on any social media platform. It's Ms. Tay Ham. That's MRSTAY, Ham with 2 M's. And yeah, share lots of local businesses and help you plan your trip.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And of course, since we're talking about social media and stuff like that, and I am at J Flores Voice. Feel free to give me a follow as well, and we can talk about anything that's going on here in the Treasure Coast. We're going to go ahead and get some pictures here, so that way we can share some on your Instagram and let everybody see what you got to experience here today. But anyway, if you are not interested in seeing some of the most beautiful scenery you've ever seen in your life, if you're not interested in experiencing incredible local experiences, if you're not interested in getting out of your comfort zone and trying out new things, then please, by all means, don't come here.